Yo, what up, guys? Decided to do a quick review on a movie I checked out last week called Brain Damage. Now, FYE was having a sale on some Arrow titles like a month or two ago, and I picked up Basket Case and Brain Damage. I think they were like 20 bucks. It had been years and years since I seen Brain Damage. It would have had to been from the VHS days I seen it. And I remember not really digging it for some reason, so I was kind of not looking forward to watching it again. But I popped it in, and it's actually in my top 10 favorite movies of all time now. I had a blast with this movie. I must have just watched it at the right mind frame, right time, because it just clicked with me. I loved it. But essentially, this kid, he's an alright kid. He has a girlfriend. He lives with his brother. They share an apartment. He seems to be doing well for himself. Kind of preppy looking a little bit. But his neighbors have this like little alien slug thing that injects their brains with drugs, and they get addicted, and they carry out all these killings of what this alien slug wants to do. Well, they end up leaving the neighbors and kind of going over to these people's apartment, and it ends up getting the main kid addicted to his juice or whatever. It's like this blue juice he injects into your brain, and it's like the craziest trip ever. So he ends up getting addicted to that, and he's roaming around town doing all these killings, and throughout the movie he's trying to kind of break free. His name's Elmer, the slug. He's trying to break free from this slug, but it's just not happening. And that's a simplified plot for it. There's other stuff going on, but that's the simple gist of it. It just clicked with me. I loved it. I love the performance of the main guy, his overall vibe. There's just something about him that I really dug. I love the look of Elmer. He's kind of cheap looking, but he looks awesome. Even when he opens his mouth and the little, prong stinger thing comes out that he injects into your brain. And I like the fact that they actually show the stinger like going into the skull, kind of blasting the juice on the brain. It looks really cool. He's kind of your main character who you follow throughout the whole thing. You get a few short scenes with like his girlfriend and his brother, but you're mainly focused on this kid and this alien slug. So in that sense, it's kind of like Basket Case. And there's even a really badass cameo when he's on a subway all tripping, and he sees Belial and I can't remember the dude's name from Basket Case off the top of my head. It's gonna piss me off. But anyways, they're sitting on the bus. He's holding the basket, and he's like staring at the dude all high from the slug juice. So it's cool. He kind of did a cinematic universe before that was really big. But the Blu-ray transfer on this looked stunning. One of the best Arrow transfers I've ever seen. There's one scene in particular, like when he's laying on the bed and he's all stoned out and the floor looks like water and all that. It looked stunning on HD. I was shocked at how good this thing looked. Now, as far as special features, it's loaded. It's just packed, so I'll try to get through these quick. Obviously, brand new high definition transfer, original mono and 5.1 surround, English subtitles, which is always my favorite special feature when they include subtitles. Isolated score, brand new audio commentary with Frank Henenlotter, the making of Brain Damage, a brand new documentary with all the actors. The effects of Brain Damage, interview with the effects artist. Animating Elmer, another thing with the visual effects, an interview with the stills photographer and script supervisor, Elmer's Turf, this is cool, New York City locations of Brain Damage, so it's like a horror's hallowed ground on the whole Brain Damage kind of world. It's really cool. A Brain Damage obsession, an interview with superfan Adam Skinner, and he kind of shows off all his merch and his tattoos, and he's like obsessed with Brain Damage, and he has a band that does these Brain Damage songs and all that. And a Q&A recorded in 2016, Image Gallery's original theatrical trailer, animated short featuring a brief appearance by John Zachary, who did the voice of Elmer. Just tons. A reversible sleeve featuring the original artwork, limited edition, a card, whatever. So at first I didn't really dig this slipcover or whatever. It just seemed kind of generic. But after looking at how shiny it is and after watching the movie again, it really fits the movie well. So I do like that cover. But it does feature the original cover art. So I'm glad about that because that's just the classic artwork I grew up with. And what else is cool is I wish they kind of would have had this on the slipcover. Well, that's the new cover they got, so I don't know. I like them both. I may use that cover, actually, now that I think about it. But, yeah, this is a high recommendation. No pun intended. But, best Frank Henenlotter film I've seen. I couldn't see any other Frank Henenlotter film changing that. The only one I haven't seen is Bad Biology, and I can't imagine that being better than this. Yeah, I had a blast with it. It looks stunning, loaded with features. You just can't go wrong with it. So I definitely recommend ordering this. Yeah, I can't recommend that one enough. One of my top 10 favorite movies of all time now. But anyways, guys, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.